59th AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and you've done a marvelous job there. Iowa State's been on everybody's tip of their tongue all year long with your great achievements. So we officially invite you to play in the 59th AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and maybe you could also tell us there's a group of a couple hundred people, or maybe that's a little exaggeration, but there's certainly a great group of folks here. So if you could tell us a little bit about your team as well.
Well, first of all, we're certainly humbled and honored for the invitation and excited to be a part of this great game. And, you know, I think you're getting a football team that's really changed the culture of a football program. And, you know, we've got 20 seniors who haven't had the opportunity to experience a bowl game, and you got it filtered with a very young football team around it that's continued to get better as the seasons went on. So it's a group that I know is extremely excited about the opportunity and certainly the opportunity to represent Iowa State University in such a prestigious bowl game.
Thanks. And Coach, would you tell us a little bit of it? There's so many big stories about Mr. Lanning and then your new quarterback partway through the season. A lot of folks around here have been asking about your team. If you could give us a little bit of background about what's transpired this year with the Iowa State Cyclones.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to get a lot of great stories, and certainly I think the first story is Joel Lanning, and you know the ability for Joel to take a brand new position after being the starting quarterback a year ago, and the willingness to move over to Mike linebacker and become the captain of our defense on the defensive side of the football. And you know it's kind of coupled with certainly the perseverance of Kyle Kemp, who came in going into Oklahoma to take over the starting quarterback job, and his poise and excellence to lead our football team, and even at the end of the season had to fight through some injuries to put himself on the football field and give our football team multiple opportunities to win games. And you're highlighted by guys like Alan Lazard, who's kind of been a steadying force, and certainly a big name football player that's been the consistent for our football team on offense, as well as David Montgomery, who's had a phenomenal sophomore year at running back, and then a defense that really went from maybe last in the conference to second in the conference defensively, and continue to get better all year round, and really a great team effort led by that defense with a lot of young guys that continue to play great football for Iowa State football.
Matt, we obviously have media here, some writers as well as electronic folks. I guess at this time, if you have any questions for Coach Campbell, let's take those questions now for Matt. Anybody? Matt, would you talk about the opportunity and the opportunity to play Memphis and what you may know about the Tiger team?
Well, I certainly have a great deal of respect for what Memphis has done consistently over the last 4 to 5 years, and obviously with a change in coaching staff 2 years ago, and their program not only keeping pace of what they've done, but really upping the ante, and having the opportunity to watch a little bit of their championship game, and you saw the perseverance and excellence of that football team, certainly this past Saturday. So we know it's a great opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity for our great fan base. I know Memphis has got a tremendous fan base, and I'm sure they're excited that their home team's staying home. But I think that's one great thing about Iowa State football is you're going to get a fan base that's going to come support their Cyclones, and so really excited about both opportunities, and know it'll be a great game day environment.
And obviously you and Mike are two of the top young head coaches in the country. Do you know Mike, if you have a relationship there, and talk about just the matchup of you and Mike and the way you guys approach the game?
I don't know Mike, but I certainly have a great deal of respect for him, and have had a great deal of respect for how he's handled his transition there in Memphis, and watching his football teams play. It's been really fun to watch. So, I think there's a lot of similarities in terms of offensive football, and coupled with really good, sound defense and great special teams. So I think our programs are built very similarly, and again, what a great opportunity to play a program like that, and certainly a coaching staff like they have.
Anybody in the room have any questions for Coach Campbell? Matt, apparently there are none at this point. I'm sure there will be in the coming days and weeks. We look forward to having you and the Cyclones in Memphis. Steve, do you have any other closing comments or thoughts for Matt before we let him go?
Oh, just congratulations on a wonderful year, and I think it was the folks at ABC and ESPN said that the Cyclones were one of the most exciting teams to watch with all the various storylines, but also your big victories and the exciting way you play. So we're very, very pleased and happy to have the Cyclones in our game. And I know there's some media from Iowa State on the line. Do you have questions here? I know Tom Bowen and the players are here, so if there's any questions coming this direction about the University of Memphis, we're certainly willing and able to entertain those questions at this time.
Steve, doesn't appear there's any questions at this end. I'm sure we'll have many when we get to Memphis later this month.
Right, and so for the folks here in Memphis, I know the Iowa State planning group is, you're planning to arrive here tomorrow morning, right? To do a lot of planning and all the great things for all your folks are coming into town. So we'll look forward to working with you and meeting you in the morning and having you visit around town tomorrow.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you guys. Anybody else have any